How's it going, guys? It's Burgers here and welcome to another Age of Empire mobile video. Today is going to be a beginner guide in Age of Empire mobile. If I start a brand new Age of Empire mobile account today, there is one thing I would absolutely not do. I will not start investing in every legendary hero the game give me, because if your first day you're going to see Josephine, King Derek, Hammurabi, Guan Ui, Attila and a lot more heroes, and the game make all of them look like opportunities. Well, they are not. We're going to build this account the same way or the same order you're actually experiencing this game. We're going to start with your civilization and city, then your first heroes, your first real lineup, tavern and summons, equipment, gems, and signet rings, your alliance, and events worth caring about. And finally, what your daily routine should look like. And by the end, you should have something much more important than just list of tips. You should know exactly what direction your account is going. But before we jump into this video, if you're interested in this type of content, don't forget or consider subscribing. I'm making Age of Empire mobile videos, and if you liked today's video, don't forget to leave one like. So first thing first, which civilization should you start with? Let's start with the first decision the game give you. For a brand new account, my recommendation is Chinese civilization, and the main reason isn't the archer defense or the unique Kunobu unit, it's the additional villager capacity. Early Age of Empire mobile is a race where you're developing your economy. So there is just so many current civilizations right now that you can actually pick. For example, right now this is Egyptian, Romans, and etc. Now, why I suggest the Chinese civilization, the main reason is the village capacity. Why is that? Is just because when you go in your castle, and there is just so many places where you can put your villages, and you can train like 8 more villages. This is important so you can keep your production in your city keep going, and this is real example where you're going to put more villages. Okay, right now there is 5 from 5 villagers. If I go over the second one, is 3 from 3. Maybe somewhere there's maybe no villagers or etc. There is other places where you can basically put villagers. You're going to need villagers, or maybe here's quarry. I can basically put like 3 villagers. They're with crucial importance so you can get more resources. Resources are important so you can build your buildings. If you don't have resources and you have speed ups, well, you're not going to build the building. And the funny thing is I end up a couple times not having resources and having tons of speed ups. It may sound funny, but it happened. So the villagers is something that you want to have, and the way you can do it is just go over the civilization and, you know, pick the Chinese civilization. This is the main reason I actually go with the Chinese civilization. From there, if you look the other civilizations, it's more like PvP or combat related. So you're not going to be forever with the Chinese civilization, but at the beginning it's going to be very good fitting for your account development, getting more resources. From there you can switch, for example, in the French is going to get cavalry defense rate. From there it's going to be more like your main troop or your main march. We're going to go there, but at the beginning just pick the Chinese civilization. It's just going to give you more resources and better opportunities for development. So after you have your civilization, what should you upgrade first? Once you're inside your city, your biggest progression target is your citadel. Don't randomly upgrade buildings just because you see the green upgrade arrow. Check what your next citadel level require and work backward from those requirements. At the same time, your university needs constant attention because research eventually become one of the biggest difference between the accounts. And don't forget, keep your builders working. This is with crucial importance. Keep the research running. Keep all 4 troop types training. And if you open your castle, as you can see, I'm training like 4 troops. Now, here is the thing. At one point, you're going to pick your main troop. We're going to talk about this later in this video. But keep everything training. Keep training troops. And obviously the building. But the town center is going to be your main priority. And the moment you want to upgrade it, mine is level 23, to go for level 24, as you can see, these two buildings, I'm right now upgrading them, so I'm going to be able to level up my town center. Now, what is going to give you this town center? Obviously, is going to be some power, but also is going to give you troop capacity with crucial importance when we start talking about a PvP. But yeah, this is going to be your main building. From this building, the next level you do, for example, from level 32 to level 34, you're going to be able to level up all the rest of the buildings up to level 24. So the high level is your town center. This is going to be the high level of all the other buildings in your city, and not all of the buildings are equal. We already spoke about the town center, who unlock the rest of the buildings and also the levels of these buildings, but also is the university. Here is, yeah, the changes of the between the accounts. Some accounts is going to be tier 7, some accounts is going to be tier 8, some accounts soon is going to open tier 9. But here is the difference, because this is what you're going to be able to train in your, for example, stables. Here I'm training my champion cavalry, and as you can see, if we go over what this one is giving, is like some stats. But if you check it out, the level 9, level 8 is just way better stats. Level 9 is way better stats. All these things is influencing how powerful is your account. So the troop tier is with crucial importance, and this is achieved in the research building. So having the city hall, level it up. From there, you're going to open the higher level of your university, which also is giving you research speed. The next level is going to give me 2% research speed. Why is this important? Is every percentage on like 50 days research is with crucial importance. 2% on 50 days research is 1 day saved. So like this, you're just going to, reduce the spending of reduce your spending for researches, and like this, having more speed ups to do more researches. So yeah, this one is with crucial importance. Other building is, I can say, is embassy, because with embassy you're going to have these helps. Right now it's there, reinforcement. Okay, let's go here. And yeah, alliance assistance at my level 30, I'm going to receive 20, and this is going to be the maximum. So yeah, when you hit level 30, you're going to receive 20 helps. What those helps are doing, they're reducing the time. So when you start, upgrading something, let's go and maybe check out some of the buildings. Let's go here. Can we see how much of the time is reduced by the helps? We cannot see it right now, but this is, I start this building basically today, so it's already reduced like 20% from the whole timer. So I can say maybe 4 days and something is the reduction in the timer. And by doing this reduction, you're basically saving a lot of speed ups. So keep this building, always level it up till level 30, because at level 30 is just going to give you those 20 alliance assistance chances. And I always forget about your first military milestones, and this is going to be opening the tier 4. This is again from point of anniversary, from point of university. In the research, the first milestone is going to be tier 4. Where is tier 4? This is tier 5. This is your first milestone. From there is going to be tier 5. Now I can say tier 4, tier 5 is fast to be get it. Tier 6 is little more slow, and eventually tier 7 and beyond is becoming way more slow. This one is like 46 days. Right now I'm researching my tier 7 champion archers. It's like 46 days, and I already have like 25 helps here. So those helps is maybe going to reduce the time with like maybe 10 days. I don't know. But yeah, here the things become way more slow. But yeah, tier 6, you're going to be fine. And try to open tier 7. It should be not that huge problem. But yeah, this is something in the future. First milestones, tier 5, tier 6, and tier 7s. Now let's talk about your first heroes. Don't confuse free with bad. Now we're at the system where beginners can really damage their account. Very early, you're going to get Josephine. You're also going to encounter King Derek through the early server progression and Hammurabi through your early hero progression. And those three actually give you perfect usable beginner warrior swordsman lineup. And this is going to be Josephine with King Derek and Hammurabi. Now, how this legion actually work? King Derek works with might damage and can increase the might damage the target are receiving. Hammurabi can apply it rote, and also King Derek, as you can see, if the target is in the wrong state, increase their might damage taken by some percentage. This is level 15. Obviously, I can, level up this skill up to level 30 right now. Now, if I go for Hammurabi, this is a hero that I didn't actually use for very long, so maybe I'm going to need to scroll a little to actually find him, but I'm just going to legendary swordsman. A legendary is going to be legendary swordsman, a warrior. I'm going to confirm, and here, this is Hammurabi. Hammurabi is also around this route effect, so he's going to apply the route effect. King Derek is going to increase the might damage that this target are receiving, causing them to might damage is second, and blah blah blah. Now I can actually go in deep in other video about the legions and how to build them, but at the beginning, going with Josephine, and finally I have to point you out the Josephine. And this is the hero you're actually going to start. Really like this hero, to be fair. But Josephine, King Derek, Hammurabi is going to be enough for starting. This is at the beginning. It's going to help you into day-to-day missions. We're going to go little later in this video over, the legion composition and which one to pick for your PvP march. But this legion, Josephine, King Derek, and Hammurabi, is going to serve you perfectly well at the beginning. And speaking about PvP, what should your first serious lineup be? Now we need to separate your temporary beginner march from the lineup you're actually trying to develop. For a free-to-play player or WoW spender starting today, Warrior Cavalry is one of the clearest long-term decisions I would consider. Early on, that means looking toward heroes such as Guan Ui with Attila and Darius the Great. So let's start first with Guan Ui, where you can actually get this hero. This hero, you can get him from the Tavern. Now we're going to go over the Tavern later on this video, but this is basically a place where you can recruit some heroes. And every day you're going to have one free equipment. When you basically use your free equipment, you're going to even finish a quest. From here, you're going to receive these medals. For example, this is Yusun Shin and Josephine medals. Every medal is going to help you building your hero or star up your hero. You're going to need like 10 medals to summon the hero, and after this, those medals is going to help you level up his star level. Now from the pool, as you can see here, you can going to fight Guan Ui, also Hammurabi, who else? Josephine is also here. From the heroes we may actually look in those pools. So from Guan Ui can be achieved from here. Darius the Great is something else that we're going to talk about, but yeah, from here you can get Guan Ui. This is going to be legendary cavalry warrior. This is going to be your first serious march. From there, by knowing and getting Guan Ui, the next hero is going to be Attila. Now here is the thing with the Attila. This is going to be a hero from the legendary advent. For the people who don't know, legendary advent is something like a spin where inside there is a heroes that you can pick, and for example you pick this one and you're making some spins trying to get and having a chance to get this hero. Now the moment you get the Attila, you can continue doing some legendary advent, but from here is going to be the Attila hero that you want to build as a secondary cavalry commander And yeah, this is actually the Tiwa. He's having pretty nice animation, by the way. I really like his animation. It's like imagine to carry somebody in the snow. But anyway, this is a Tiwa, very important hero. Later we're going to see, because as you can see, I use this hero till these days. And when you go and click plus, you're going to see from where you can get a Tiwa, and it's going to be legendary advent, especially at the beginning, or you have to go and do some medal exchange, something that I really don't recommend. When is the time to get the Tiwa is the moment to actually go for the legendary advent, because later you have to spend your universal legendary medals for heroes like Atiwa that at one point is going to be replaced. I cannot replace the Atiwa at the moment. Maybe I'm going to replace him with Timur, but I also don't have Timur. But yeah, Atiwa is the second hero that you're looking for. And finally, Darius the Great. Now, this is Darius the Great. This hero is going to serve you well even after you release him from your main march. And this is going to happen when the Wubu come, but this is something for other video. Now, Darius the Great is going to also have this gathering, and right now he's built it for me personally to increase my gathering speed and basically to do more gathering. But this bad boy is also doing some damage. Increase the hero all attributes by some number when dealing damage to 20% chance to ignore some of the enemy defense. So he's also, where dealing damage, there is a 20% chance to ignore some of the enemy skill. You can basically build him obviously around doing some PvP. At one point you can actually build him around gathering, but this is going to be your first serious march. It's going to be Guan Wui as a commander, then is going to be Attila the Hun as a second hero, which is going to give you double attack, 20% chance to enter in the double attack, and finally is going to be Darius the Great. Now, from where you can get Darius the Great is from your expedition. As you can see, there is this green stuff where you can assign some people, and by assigning them, you have a chance to get Darius the Great. As you can see, there is Darius the Great medal. And yeah, the moment you get him, this is maybe the most easy hero to be fully like 5-star. Where is Darius the Great right now? So I can actually level up him. Yeah, this is, I may actually get, and like this you're going to get so much stars. Look at how much I have. It's going, I have like 240. And I can go to like 3-star. From there I can go to 5-star. You get the idea. This is a hero that can easily be like 5-star, and each of these stars at level 1 is going to give you something specific for your hero. Increase the damage rate of each instance of Ironclad Blitz. This is majority of the time your signature skill, but in this case is actually your commander skill. Maybe if you click like this, yeah, this is a commander skill, and the other two is boosters for your signature skill. You can see it from here. So the first one is actually boosting this spell here, where deal 7 instance of might damage to the enemy troop, and this is the signature skill. But yeah, from here at the 3-star, you're going to conquest, increase the attribute by additional 10 points. And at 5 is going to be increased the trigger chance of conquest piercing effect by 20%. So this is even further boosting the performance of your legion. Now there's going to be heroes that at 3-star is going to be a minimum value, but the majority of the cases at 5-star is going to be where the real sweet zone is going to be. Now let's talk about the warriors, Marshal and Tactician actually matter. Here's something the game doesn't explain particularly well to beginners. Heroes aren't only swordsmen, cavalry, pikemen, or archers. They also have military specialities such as warrior, Marshal, Tactician. And you should not casually mix those, because the hero may scale from completely different mechanics. Now, the warrior heroes commonly revolve around the might. Tactician heroes generally build around a strategy. Martial lineups have their own skill interaction and damage patterns. So when you see a legendary, just don't ask, can this hero use cavalry, look both. This is going to be unit speciality and military speciality. And I can immediately give you this example. Now, when you build your march, let's build one march outside this castle. I'm going to be, okay, not relocate, oh my god. Let's build one march outside and let's see the loophole march. What we're having here, first of all, I'm going to just remove myself for this second so you can see everything. As you can see, you're going to see 3 like lions and 3 troop bonuses. Now this is a troop bonuses. The moment I remove one of those heroes, you're going to see that the troop bonus get removed. And if I put, for example, one swordsman like Minamoto, you're going to see that this is no longer 180%, it's like 130, because we're having the might specialization, but we're not having the 3 troop bonuses, which is the cavalry. So from there the reduction become we have like 50% reduction. Now if I go and even further switch here and I go for something like a marksman, you're going to see that the reduction is even further. So no longer we're getting some troop bonuses here. We get like 10% troop bonuses, and for each of those mites we're getting 30%. So let me actually explain what I mean by that. Is when you go in one hero, okay, let me just bring myself back. When you go in one hero, you're going to see different stuffs around him. Now, this is military speciality. The strange in numbers talent activates military speciality. If 2 heroes share the same speciality, they're going to get 20% bonus of all the attributes of the troops. If all the 3 heroes share this speciality, it's going to be 30% per hero. That means it's going to be 90%, something that you saw. And you're going to have 10% for the troop. Now, when leading the troops that fit the hero unit type speciality, they will bonus our attributes based on the number of the heroes that march troop speciality, blah blah blah. It's going to be 5, 10, or 15%. So you want to have 15%, you want to have all of the heroes to be, for example, military speciality warriors. You want to have these heroes leveled up so they can have strange in numbers. This talent is what unlock your military speciality. Don't forget that when you mix like these heroes together and you don't see your bonuses, this is majority of the cases because you don't have strange in numbers talent. So you have to level up this hero. From here you're going to get those bonuses, and the true bonuses are actually at default bonuses that you're basically going to receive. So yeah, this is same for marshals and same for tactician. The only difference with the warriors is more like might related, because if I show you my Lubu, what he's doing, critical strike, 70%, double attack, maybe his spell is going to be, yeah, like deals might damage up to 5 enemy troops in circle area, 240 might bonus. This hero is around the might. If I go over somebody else, as you're going to see, the Marshal speciality is absolutely the same, boosting the attributes of your troops. Do we have some? Yeah, this is the strategy, this is the tactician. Absolutely the same. So you have troop type, but also you have military speciality. Altogether is going to give 180% your troops attributes, which is a crazy strong boost. Now let's jump over Tavern and summons. This is where you need discipline. Now let's talk about the summons. You're going to receive legendary recruitment tokens, and the Tavern is going to constantly tempt you to use it. You will see heroes like Josephine, Guan Ui, Darius the Great, Cleopatra, and other Tavern heroes as your account develop. And to be fair, this is going to be your place where for the first time you're going to start gathering some heroes. But I want to point something out. Don't assume pulling a legendary hero there means that you just find your new main hero. This is with crucial importance. This is just a heroes for the beginning. There is a heroes that is going to be still very good. I can say Yu Sin Shin is actually very good. Especially in the arena, hitting multiple targets. Josephine for a very long time is going to be very good for your account. Queen Dido is also not that bad, but from here, most likely the heroes you're going to keep using is going to be Guan Ui to actually replace him, because at one point Wubu is going to arrive and you have to replace Darius the Great with Lubu, and it's going to be Lubu, Atiwa, and Guan Ui. And at one point, you're going to replace Guan Ui. This is just how the power creep is working in the games. But yeah, you're going to use this bad boy for a very long time. And yeah, this is a hero that is just going to help you at the beginning, but it's not your main legion. And believe it, we're going to talk about your legions, how many legions to build, and all these things, because I believe it's with crucial importance for your account to understand that, because you're going to fall into the trap that I actually fell in this game when I start playing. Now let's talk about the events. Legendary Advent and Mightiest Governor are not the same thing. The next thing a beginner needs to understand is that heroes come from different places. Legendary Advent is one of the major places where premium heroes appear. For example, Attila is an important early Legendary Advent target if you're building Warrior Cavalry. Then you have the Mightiest Governor. And as already mentioned, this is completely different events, and you're going to see from where you can get those heroes. Now, Legendary Advent, as I already mentioned, if you start right now, focus over Attila, period. Build this hero extremely strong. But something else that I want to point is there is heroes that I don't have, and they're from the Mightiest Governor, which is also an event in this game. And I'm going to share with you, for example, Confucius, if I remember right now, he's from the Mightiest Governor, so I actually don't have him. The other hero, that's maybe Napoleon. Napoleon is this is actually from the pack, sorry about that. Yeah, Ramses is a hero that you're going to see a lot. He's also from the Mightiest Governor. So you see that there is different places from where your heroes is going to be distributed to you. One is going to be by Tavern, one is going to be from the Legendary Advent, this is from premium heroes, and from competition one is going to be Ramses, is going to be from the Mightiest Governor. But there's still going to be a heroes that are from if you buy packs. Now, I'm not quite sure about the Napoleon because I really don't remember quite well, but some other heroes I can actually show you that are from buying some packs. One of them is Muan. Muan is maybe one of the heroes you're going to see when you start playing. He and Leonidas the First is going to be in Imperial Glory purchasing this pack, and after this, the moment you unlock Muan, you can start exchange medals and, you know, getting more Muan medals and leveling or starting up this hero. This is the important here. The distribution of the heroes is again by Tavern, by Legendary Advent, by Mightiest Governor, and by packs. This is like 4 sources from where you can get heroes, at least the one that I know in Age of Empire mobile. Now let's jump over equipment, gems, and signet rings. Your heroes are only half the lineup. Eventually, you're going to discover that having the right 3 heroes isn't enough. Each hero also has equipment. The equipment can be improved. Then you have the gems that can push specific stats and mechanics. And later, you're going to unlock signature ring, which add another major layer to your lineup. And here is the legion I'm currently using. This is Lubu. As you can see, this hero is having his spells. Okay, now those spells is something that is going to support and help your fighting. Also Attila and going for Zhao Yun. But we also have rings. Now something that I suggest about the rings is go with 1 blue ring, go with one epic ring and go with one legendary ring. Why is that? It's just because it's going to be way more easy to max out those rings. Now imagine if you have to go with 3 legendary rings. If you're not some heavy spender in this game, you most likely are not going to get enough of those crystals to actually make the levels of these rings. So going like this, whatever you pull from the draws for your equipment is just going to help somewhere. So yeah, this is the rings, and as you can see, this ring is giving, after launching a normal attack, deals smite damage to the enemy troop. This is something like an extra spell. Jumping over Zhao Yun, reduce all of your hero armor by 20 and increase commander might. So this is basically boosting Lubu. And finally, we have a Tiwa, something that is bringing balance here, which is, you know, for the first 18 seconds, is reducing your troops' damage taken by 10%. So you see here we're building little balance, but in same time very big aggression in same time. So this is one of the things. This is the rings. From there we have gear. Gear is going to give boosting your troops attributes. We have also gems we can use. Each gems can actually give you something extra. This is giving hero siege, hero all attributes, hero strategy, hero might. You get the idea. This is just the rings that you can use over your hero, and this is going to make your hero hitting like a truck in same time. So level up your gear, put the best fitting for your March gems, but this actually is something that needs separate video because I really don't want to go and make this video way too long. From there you also have horses. Those horses is also boosting your strategy and armor, and on top of that you have adornment. That also, this adornment is something that is going to boost even further your legion. So all these things matter. So if here is the thing with the people, they think that it's only about the heroes. It's not only about the heroes. It's not only about the heroes, because the moment you get these 3 heroes, you're going to be fine. But it's not. It's also gear, it's also rings, it's also horses, it's adornments, it's gems. All these things actually matter. The next thing is your alliance is part of your account. Now we get to something that has nothing to do with heroes, but can massively change how fast you progress. Get into the strongest alliance, active alliance that will accept you. And I'm not talking about joining an alliance with 70 members when 10 people actually play. I mean alliance doing throw and throw move, rallies, territory progression, and alliances events consistently. And this is just small part from what one alliance can actually give you. First of all, your helps to reducing the time we spoke earlier in this video is coming from alliance members clicking helping you. You cannot do it alone. From nowhere is going to help these helps if you're not in the alliance. This is one of the things. The other things is there is going to be land that is going to give you daily resource, also other things, but you're also going to receive some bundles. There's going to be some common or advanced one, and from here you can get some decent amount of rewards, but this is not the main part. The main part is actually the events you're going to participate with your alliance. So if you go in the alliance and you're going to see what is happening here and where I'm winning what. Treasure Hunt Alliance rewards. Look at this thing. This is all because I'm actually in the alliance. Rally against tribes. Your alliance rewards. As you can see, more rewards. More rewards. This is again the alliance. More rewards, more rewards, more rewards. And Fallen Frontier Alliance ranking rewards. As you can see, there's just so many things that is giving you rewards with your alliance that it's just not smart thing to not go with your alliance. Even here, more rewards. First city occupation, again some rewards in Desolate Desert, and I can go on and on and on. Now I'm going to try to find the Tromil, but yeah, rally against tribes. I cannot see this event, but you get the idea. Just the alliance is giving you so much, so much. So when I decided to get back and playing this game, I was having some AFK moment. The thing that keep me, keep my hope that I'm going to get bigger was just because I was in very good alliance and they was actually going to support me, and this is something that happened. My account is right now progressing very nice, but the alliance is in the core, in your progression. Just there is also shadows, as you can see, water trial bosses, coordinates, horse, blah blah blah, all these things is with crucial importance. Jumping on next point, what should you do with your Imperial coins? Imperial coins are one of those resources that feel abundant when you're new. They're not. You're going to see different places where you can spend them, but for a free-to-play account, those coins can eventually determine whenever you can actually obtain a developed important hero from events like a legendary event. So don't treat Imperial coins like something abundant. At the beginning, the game is going to give you a lot of rewards. This is how the things are. At the beginning, there's going to be small amount of building time, research time. Everything is going to be happening fast. There's going to be dopamine hits there and there and there. So you have to be extremely careful with this currency, because this is the in-game, one of the in-game currencies. And going for the legendary event, the moment you finish all of these free spins that I'm having, let me just finish them because the next season I'm not going to have them, is going to turn everything into those coins. This is your coins. Right now I have like 381. I'm saving them for the next season. Maybe it's going to be some cavalry hero inside. But yeah, my suggestion is go with legendary event, get the heroes, build the heroes, have this strong march, and from there you can actually go and maybe spend a little over the VIP to level up your VIP. VIP is important because it's just going to provide you with some crazy good stats like permanent buffs, hospital capacity, food production, building speed, healing speed, all units type training speed, research speed, and every new level is just boosting with some percentage. All units attack extra 3%. This is something that you're going to receive from the VIP. On top of that, from VIP store, you can buy stuffs like, for example, those hammers. I always buy the hammers. It's with crucial importance to get for my rings and etc. So I can go on and on and on, but majority of the time is going to be for the legendary event and to power up your hero. There's going to be a couple legendary event per season, so I have a separate video where I'm talking about where you should go with those rewards here to get the best value for your Imperial coins, because those things is not collected that fast. Just not collected that fast, so you have to be careful and you have to try to get the best value from your Imperial coins. There's going to be also shops. I want to mention that this is going to be stores. This is the merit one. This is the items where you can use those coins. Normally from here you're going to be able to, buy maybe this one or other things. Military exercise. There's just shops with the different currency that you can go and actually buy. But yeah, the Imperial coins is the main currency, at the end of the day. Your daily routine should have a purpose. Once the tutorial disappears, this is roughly what I want you to think about every day. Builders working, university researching, all troops training queue working, villagers producing the resources you're currently short on, use your stamina on tribes and progression activities. So yeah, use your auto battlefield. You're just going to go outside, select, for example, I'm selecting marches and click auto battlefield battle. From there you can just In this case, I'm going to select my Lubu, and he's going to go and start doing and spending my stamina. This is with crucial importance. Every day spend your stamina, not to have some stamina, not to have some stamina in extra. Don't forget other things. Send your gathering heroes. Sometimes there is this shiny gathering spots, but sometimes there are not. But yeah, always try to send your heroes to do some gathering. Find this level 6 or whatever level, especially if you start playing this game, most likely you're not going to have access to level 6, but always go and do a gathering. This is going to be with crucial importance because from here is going to come your resources that is going to help you building, is going to help you research, is going to help you train, is basically the blood for your castle at the end of the day. And I'm going to go and also gather this thing here with my Muon. The other thing that I want to say is collect your VIP rewards. This is the daily routine. Going to the VIP. Here you're going to get, walking stake is going to hit up to 500. So always get your VIPs. And there's going to be chest that is going to have something inside. Also loot those rewards. Complete your daily and active events. Every day when you walk in, you're going to see different events. This is right now Inswan's challenge. For example, Mightiest Governor. You're going to see some ranking event here, but we don't care that much over this. There is other rewards that are available. If I can get back from this ranking. Oh my god, the game is a little laggy today. Okay, I'm getting back, and you're going to see all these rewards here, like these keys, golden key, going further, more golden key. This is something that you're going to need after level 30 to open your buildings and to open your researches, or to be able to build and to be able to research. So yeah, always finish your events, basically all the events. Like right now, challenge other governors in the Apex arena, go there, basically select whatever you like, go and fight with him. After you finish this fight, do it couple times. Here it didn't actually matter are you going to win or lose. Here the game is not counting this, it's basically counting that you're doing your Apex arena. And yeah, there is basically all these events. This is the event center. From the calendar you're going to see what is coming next and what is finishing, as you can see. And there's going to be other like mails where you're going to have some free spins, you're going to have some free things you can loot. There's going to be some packs like this one where you basically can loot something for free. Basically pick everything from events and mile. Is with crucial importance for you. After you collecting your VIP, check alliance activity, rallies, or Trojan through mode. This is the other thing. Some events that your alliance is actually scheduling up. The other thing I can say, and yeah, and before using speed ups or medals, check whenever an event currently rewards you doing that. This is the other thing is, yeah, as I already mentioned, for the Mightiest Governor, this is the ranking, this is the stages, this is the rewards that currently we're having, and overall rewards. Inside those chests, you're going to see that those are heroes that are for first place, second place, and etc. This is heroes that you can win for from the Mightiest Governor. And yeah, so if you want to compete in each of these stages, you're going to see the stage 1 is tribal, right? You have to just write some tribes here. Hero growth, gathering resources, this is the other one. Race against time, this is spending speed ups. And yeah, if you want to see what is requested on each of these stages, you can just go and click on this plus, and it's going to say to you, consume building speed ups, consume research speed up, craft one time, find craft, and you're going to see from where how many points you're having, so you can build a strategy around them, so you can get or rank, so you be able to get those chests, get the hero, and get the hero. This is with crucial importance at the end of the day. And finally, the biggest beginner mistake. Age of Empire Mobile constantly make you feel like you're failing behind. Somebody unlocks Attila, somebody gets Minamoto, somebody gets 5-star on a hero, then Lubo appear, then another hero appear, and suddenly you're tempted to change your entire plan. Don't. If you are free to play or WoW spender, you cannot finish everything. And this is the main reason I'm giving you just a setup or lineups or legions that is going to help you at the beginning. Now the next normal transition is after you have those heroes built, especially the Attila. The next transition is going to be Lubu, Attila with Guan Ui. After this is going to be Lubu, Attila, and maybe Timur. And finally, you're going to be able to get Zhao Yun as a commander. But you're building one legion. Why is one legion? Because, somebody's going to ask me, but Burgess, when I go outside, I can have like 5 legions. Why we're actually going and why we're talking about a one hero legion? It's just because when you're free-to-play player or WoW spender, you have to focus all of your investment at one place. This is with crucial importance, so you can have one very well developed legion, and with this legion you're just going to be efficient on the battlefield. This is what I'm trying to say, and being efficient in the battlefield is what makes sense from this to have like 5 weak heroes and get destroyed on the battlefield. At one point, you're going to finish your troops, everything is going to go in the hospital, so it's not the good approach for your account. That's why this is the biggest beginner mistake, is just looking or comparing yourself with the others, and they're having different spending level, so there's going to be always one bigger fish from you at the end of the day in the kingdom. So don't compare with those people and follow your plan that you have in your head, build it thanks to this video. But now we reached the dangerous part. I already told you to save your resources and choose your heroes extremely careful. Now watch this next video about Age of Empire mobile summoning, where I'll show you why unlocking a hero is only the beginning of the investment.